Hey everybody, it's Pastor Mike again here doing another Minute with Mike. And today we're in our church fellowship hall and we got a lot of busy action going on. For this is part of our youth mission trip. This year, because of the virus and everything, we had to cancel our mission trip. But this week our youth are committed to do missions at home. And they're serving Christ here in Austin and helping out local communities. And so let's see what they're doing. What are you guys making over here?
We are making tie blankets for Gerard.
They're making tie blankets for one of our local residential programs and communities. And so they're doing a great job and having a lot of fun. And that's our focus on really what God calls us to do, isn't it? He calls us to serve others in whatever setting we're in. Here we have a group of high schoolers and adults who have committed their time and their day to come here to serve God by doing something for God's children. And that's what being the church really is all about. And our scripture today is taken from Matthew 5, part of Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. He began with the Beatitudes, but then the first thing he tells all of his followers is that you are to be the salt and the light of the world. So listen to what he says. You are the salt of the earth, but if salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled by men. Well, we know that salt has its benefits, even though our modern day diets don't let us enjoy it as much as we'd like. It does have a purpose. And back in the time of Christ, it served two very important purposes in their society. First was that it preserved. It was able to preserve meat because obviously with no refrigeration, they had no way of maintaining the meat so that it would last for weeks and months. And so they used salt. And then salt also enhanced the flavor of anything they were eating. And so as the salt of the earth, we are called to preserve and we are called to enhance. Preserve what God has done, what Jesus Christ has given, the message. We are called to carry that forward. But we are also called to enhance the world in which we live, to make it better, to serve others and serve our God. And so as the salt, we preserve and we enhance, but then we are to be the light of the world. It says, you are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before men, so that they may see your good deeds and praise your Father in heaven. So what does light do? Light illuminates. It chases away the darkness. And so in our world, anytime we turn a light switch on, we know that the light is going to immediately appear. And that's what we're called to do as believers. We are called to be the light of this world, to illuminate Jesus Christ in the darkness around us, so that people can have hope. They can be lifted out of their despair and out of their struggles. They can be lifted up into the light of Christ. And so that's what we do as believers. We preserve, we enhance, and we illuminate what Jesus Christ has done in our world. Just like all of our youth and adults we're doing here today, we are enhancing the world, we are preserving it, and we are sharing the light of Christ with others. And so that's our message today. I pray that you're all well and that you will be blessed by our God. And we know that He will allow us to continue to gather together in worship. So take care. Be good.